Hello and welcome to this installment of our video series related to the release of the 2020 MADD South Carolina Court Monitoring Report called Refusal to Change. My name is Stephen Burr with MADD South Carolina. In our main video, we discussed the findings of our court monitoring report and a little bit about why we do it and how we do it. With this series of videos, we want to talk about our specific recommendations and focus areas coming. In this one, we'll focus on our second recommendation area, which is reforming our state dash cam statute. Now, for those who prosecute or enforce DUIs in South Carolina, not much needs to be said about our dash cam statute and the problems that it causes. But for those who aren't quite as familiar, I'll go into a little bit of background on what that means. It is generally agreed, or no one has really disputed, that South Carolina has, if not the strictest, one of the strictest dash cam video statutes in the country, meaning that from the time an officer observes some driving behavior where they want to pull someone over, they have to activate their dash camera, and that has to continuously run through the entire traffic stop, the investigation of the person, the field sobriety test trainings on the side of the road, all the way up to when they say all the things they have to say when they put them in the back of the car. That all has to be recorded on the dash cam video. If anything goes wrong with that, a video glitch, an audio glitch, something taking place off camera that perhaps was intended to be on camera, there is almost no chance of getting a conviction in South Carolina. And again, this is very unlike other states where there'd be some flexibility, or even if the video got thrown out or a piece of the video got thrown out, the other things could still stay, all the other evidence could stay, and there's still a chance of getting a conviction. But in South Carolina, we put so much weight on that video and everything taking place essentially perfectly on that video that it often doesn't happen. So as we often talk about, you could have a situation where the person reeks of alcohol, admits to drinking 10 beers, throws up on the officer's shoes, does terrible on the standardized field sobriety test, blows a .18 into the data master machine when they're taken to the station. You know, something went wrong with that video, or something took place off camera that was supposed to be on camera. There's very little chance in South Carolina of it getting a conviction. So we have continued to talk about this for years, many years, and certainly in recent years. And even in this last year, when we went around and asked these prosecutors and officers from across the state, do you still think that the #1 reason cases often don't end up as convictions when they should be? Would you agree that it's still the dash cam video is still the #1 reason? And almost universally, they all agree yes. So this is an area that really needs to be changed. Again, one of the reasons we call this report Refusal to Change is because some of these things have been going on for such a long time, and we just as a state have refused to change them and do the same. But if we don't bring some sanity back to this statute, we're going to continue to see ongoing this problem with people who otherwise should be getting convicted of DUIs not getting convicted, which isn't good for public safety for any of us. So let it not be said that MADD South Carolina is trying to get rid of videos, dash cam videos. We absolutely think those are important tools in the investigation of a DUI. We need to bring some sanity back to it so that if something is wrong, hopefully not the entire video, but even just a piece of the video, the rest of the evidence needs to be used so that the jury or the judge can still make a determination based on all the evidence. That's what we do with virtually every other criminal charge in South Carolina. The prosecution gets to put forth a range of evidence, and then people can decide, is this enough to convict someone? But we don't, for other things, we don't say you have to have this one particular evidence, you have to have this one thing on video. It's only for DUI in South Carolina. So we just want it to be treated like other offenses, and then perhaps we can start to bring our conviction rates up, which again protects public safety. Thanks for checking out this video. Again, in our other ones, we'll be touching on the other recommendations coming out of this report. Thanks for your time.